Alright, I'd like to begin this episode by giving a shout out to Giyu-san for making a request and being, the first comment on the channel. And yes, next episode we definitely will add Giyu, as well as another character from Demon Slayer. So yeah, thanks for the support. Let's get it. Alright, here's our first matchup, and we have some pretty good contenders on both sides. We have some real powerhouses on D2's team with Yuji and Descartes, but we have some solid all-rounders on Shantae's team as well. Now, as the commentator, it's not my job to, sway the crowd with the bets, but this fight may be the most one-sided fight in the tournament. Yujiro, Garo, and Battle Beast is a tough team for anyone to beat. So Villager, Jasoff, and Gordon Ramsay will have to bring their all to stop them. Maybe it's the upset of the century, who knows? For this next matchup, we have the Sukuna squad versus Anissa, Thula, Ren, and Mirko. Not trying to sway votes, but this seems pretty insane too. But who knows, maybe Anissa's team will have a little bit of inner conflict. You have a lot of strong personalities there. But the same could be true for Sukuna's team as well. So we'll have to see how this one plays out. And finally, we have the youngsters, Shihiro, Nomona, Aegis, and Suna. Everyone else on the island came to a unanimous decision to let the four of them pass to the next round without battle. Since some people wanted to have 3 members on their team and whatnot, we just decided it was the best decision. So you'll see these kids fight in round 2. Now to the results. We have D2, Descartes, and Yuji winning their match in pretty convincing fashion. It wasn't an outright sweep, but it wasn't too complicated for them to handle. Descartes played a huge role with her magic abilities, and Yuji hit the hands. If you ask me, D2 didn't really need to fight, but he did. And that could be said for Yuji and Descartes as well. One of them would have been enough to secure the win. So let's go to the next teams. Coming to no surprise to anyone, Garo, Yujiro, and Battle Beast easily secured their win. There's nothing to talk about here really. It was a landslide, possibly the greatest gap in strength in the tournament. So let's just move on to the next match. Alright, and we're coming in with Team Anissa securing the victory. Sukuna's team, they gave it their all, but 2 Viltrumites and someone like Ran Yamashiro, it's not an easy team to beat. So we give them their props, but it just wasn't enough. Alright, this matchup could be summed up with 2 words: ranked matchmaking. As soon as D2's team won, they got put up against 3 very powerful opponents. And yeah, let's just bear the lead. There was no way they were going to win this match. Now, unfortunately for our young team, they were also set up. They entered the tournament and had to fight 2 Viltrumites and Ren Yamashiro. As you can see in the image here, there was just absolutely nothing they could do to answer to anything Anissa's team threw their way. So it was another landslide victory. Maybe next time, kids. And then our finals was easily the most destructive match of the tournament. It tore across the island and even spilled into a few buildings here and there, as you can see in the picture. But Battle Beast, Garo, and Yujiro together were just unstoppable. We'll still give props to our runner-ups though, Anissa, Ren, and Thula. However, we must issue a congratulations to the winning team, Battle Beast, Garo, and Yujiro. I'm sure no one's surprised by this victory. Battle Beast came to the island, wanted to fight, and shows the strongest allies. Who knows, maybe he'll turn on them one day for a good battle. We'd also like to thank all of our participants. Some of you were set up with the brackets, but you have to charge into the game. As our winners, they've earned the right to travel wherever they want on the planet. So let's see how they choose to spend their winnings.
Never say never. I'm in Amsterdam, Netherlands.
Say cheese.
Big Ben. That's the bell. This London landmark is called Elizabeth Tower.
Say cheese.
This fairy tale town is Germany's Rothenburg auf der Tauber.
Say cheese.
As our victors relish in their spoils, we have others working to get stronger behind the scenes. Alright, now I heard Mirko just got out the hospital, so let's check on her.
Good evening.
See how she's doing. Now, the person who actually put her in the hospital was Sukuna, of course, with his domain expansion. She made a state of recovery, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna have beef now.
I'd like some dinner. Yum.
Okay, that probably made things worse. Alright, these two are still working out.
Hum.
Probably getting ready for the rematch.
Graph. 10. Graph. Hum.
Good evening, Mirko. Do you feel like talking about getting stronger?
Sure.
It seems like the whole world is talking about getting stronger right now.
Huh, I could see that. But I'm not really up on what's trendy. Could you fill me in, Suna?
Of course. I'll teach you about everything you need to know.
Seems like everybody's gonna start locking in now.
Seriously. My brain keeps shouting crafting forging swords, crafting forging swords, crafting forging swords too. It can't be a coincidence. Let's be friends.
Another duo that's pursuing power. Bruh, no way.
Sorry. My mind was somewhere else.
No, it's my fault. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Then we're both fine. Good. Stay safe out there.
Who is that? Chihiro, huh? I think I'm falling in love with Chihiro. I looked into Chihiro's gentle eyes and fell madly in love. Oh, I can imagine us together. I could gaze into those eyes every day.
Yep, might be a power couple if it ever happens.
Boscalati. Demand. Capta. Bambi. Flimper. Schmimper. Jamflabby.
That's my darling Ren.
Hum. 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 Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Power.
Nice to meet you, Power. I'm Denji.
So, you even
It was only a matter of time before I added someone from Chainsaw Man. And who better than the dynamic duo of Denji and Power? And look, they're already kicking it. And I wasn't gonna leave out Aki. Now we got the complete trio here.
Image shitty for me this stat for tomorrow. See so. Step swindle. You are worthy opponent stat. So, you'll even.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Akima. I'm a reserved strategist. People say I'm pretty good at board games. Probably because I like to think things through. I'm looking forward to living here.
And to round out our Chainsaw Man cast, we have Makima. To be real, every devil hunter needs a vacation, so it makes sense she's here.
I can't believe I've been living on the same island with someone so stunning. Oh, Ren. I'm getting butterflies in my tummy just looking at you. I think I'm falling in love. So it's love after all. I'm actually in love. I should start thinking up romantic date ideas. Where could I take Ren?
Alright, we saw how Risky's first crush went. Let's see if this is any different. According to an eyewitness, Omni-Man, Kid Omni-Man, and Invincible have moved to Smoky Island in hopes of investigating the Viltrumite situation.
Hey, Thula. Do you feel like talking about changing Viltrum?
Oh, a fellow changing Viltrum enthusiast. I could talk about changing Viltrum all day. And sometimes I do.
Well, did you know that changing Viltrum is closely related to the new gen of anime? Now you do.
Really? I never would have thought about a connection between those two before.
I'm always up for a deep dive on changing Viltrum. You up for it? Let's be friends.
I think we are friends now.
Alright, negotiations seem to be going well. Jasam's genes are strong. It's cool with me. At this point, Villager and Jasam are the island's ambassadors, so this baby is gonna be born into a lot of power.
Oh, River.
A Red Bull? Villager, that is insane.
Red Bull.
Imagine that being your first words. They seem pretty caught up on this Red Bull thing.
I'm old enough to live on my own now. I'm now a full-fledged resident. Thanks for looking out for me.
I like Chihiro, but I also have feelings for Tsuna.